Right, hopefully you can see that list there. These are all the slings. I got 11 in total from Sayas, which was really good. I've had a few technical problems, but this is just going to be a little quick introduction before I go through and try and feed every single one of the slings. In theory, it should work, but there was a few looking quite plump, so we'll see how it goes. So I got two Brachypelma calambergis. You can see there on the list. I won't read them all out. I'll just show you the ones to note. Obviously, I've never had any Latiodoras, so that's going to be fun. Daru Ephobus should be cool. I got two free Salmo Reduncus. I got quite a few freebies actually, and a fair bit of money off. I sold a mature male to so many legs, and everyone was really nice. So Sven Koppler was really good. He gave me a couple of Reduncus. I got most from him. Portsmouth tarantulas were there. Sorry I didn't get any slings from you guys, but I'll get some at the BTS. I might get one of their mystery boxes actually that they do, if they still do, which will be good fun on the channel to do. See what they do. I've heard really good things about their mystery boxes actually. So, yeah, the rare one here is the Salmo Langen Buccelli, and two at the bottom I don't think have ever been filmed on YouTube. So, I tried to find info on them and haven't succeeded. Well, I couldn't find any videos. They're Aphonopelmas Chapala and Aphonopelma, is that Oaxeca? I don't know how you say that. Oaxeca. That's an interesting name. I'm not sure if that's more sort of Mexican or American Indian. I'm guessing by the sort of Spanishy sounding names, perhaps. Chapala is definitely Spanish sounding. So I'm going for sort of Arizona at the moment for those, like Sonoran Desert area. Perhaps they are into Mexico as well, because that could be Mexican at the end. Yeah, I have to find out info on those. But let's go on to the feeds. So yeah, I didn't do a vid of CS, but I was feeling a bit rough and got there late. But it was a really good venue, and I really recommend it. So let's go on to some feeds. Okay, we're going to start with this Aphonopelma Chapala here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. It's they're so small at the moment. Well, these are Aphonopelmas that macro lens would be really good, but I don't really want to buy a macro lens for a camera I don't own. I don't own this. The reason I'm doing it is to test it out. I sort of, renting it, as it were. It's actually for my mum's school. Oh, so there is the little chap. I'll just get this into focus. I don't. Oh, Christ. Not a good start. There you go. So there's the Aphonopelma Chapala. Absolutely tiny. And it's got focusing problems. There you go. So I'm having to hold this. It's so close to the lens. But what we're going to try and do is this going to go out of focus for a second. Sorry about this. I'm going to bung in a tiny little cricket and see if it'll eat it. We'll stick the cricket on top and then I'll quickly try and I mean, these crickets are like the smallest I've ever bought. I can't, the tongs are so big I'm actually sort of crushing the cricket. So yeah, when the slings are this tiny it's really quite tricky to feed them. I've got one. Right, okay, the cricket's in. Now hopefully it's all gone blurred, hasn't it? Right, we're going back into focus here. Cricket's in there, but is that the cricket there? Where's our little Chapala? Chapala is down there. Cricket. Ah. Cricket is in there. What I'll do is, sorry about this, just hold it for a second. As you can see, it's really tricky to get this, but there you go. You've had a little look at the Chapala, and I think the other one's even smaller. So I'll leave this to the side, and if it's got the cricket, I'll come back and try and get it in focus. Okay, so on to the next part. Whoops. Okay, it's possibly the cutest ever spiderling you'll ever see, but absolutely tiny. I mean, it's the smallest spiderling. Very, very small. Right, I'm gonna... Oh, there you go. So it's in there. I'm gonna try and... It's gonna go out of focus, and I'm gonna put it in a small cricket. But it's the best I can do, really, unless I'm being a complete and utter flid. But I can't really, unless I've got a macro, I can't really sort of hold it. Can't really focus it. I'm trying to get the smallest cricket you've ever seen. There's one. Ugh. Right, we've got one. Of course, now it's stuck to the tongs. Yeah. This is just too tricky. There's a cricket on the top, but a little... can it go into focus, please? No, of course it doesn't. Yeah, that's the problem when you haven't got an auto-focusing camera. It's just going to go out of focus all the time. Ay, 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 ay. So there's the cricket. I wonder if we can... Oh, I can just see if I can try and... It's not going to happen, this. So the little tarantulas there, the cricket's in there. We're just going to have to leave them be and see what happens. I might just update them on the end if they've eaten. Alright, this is my Tequila SP Vietnam Blue. It's just there by the... there's a little drop of water there. Let's see what happens. Ugh. Problem with these... I could use a worm actually. Might be better. Come on. Doesn't seem interested. Well, now it molted at the show, so what I'm going to do... Oh, that's a bit mangled and crap now. We'll leave that there, again, see what happens. What I might do, I've got a very small mealworm. I'll just crush the head of a mealworm and see if that'll bring it out. So as you can see, there's a little mealworm. It's very tempting actually when you're a keeper just to ignore filming all these slings, because trying to get it all on camera is, especially when you don't really know their eating habits. I'm not sure when this actually molted, so because I mean it molted sort of, there was a molt in the enclosure on the actual day, but whether it actually molted the day before that or in transit. Where are you? Again, we'll come back to this one. Might come out. I'll leave them to the side, so if anything happens, we can see. Okay, let's go on to another. Here's a very small Lasiodora difficilis. There is a worm in there. Again, I'm not sure whether these guys are going to feed or not. Very hard to tell, they're very small. So we'll put it to the side and see if it comes back to eat it. Again, I can't really macro in any further. It's just max unless I lift something up towards the... there was a little Brachypelma Kallenbergi in here. As you can tell by the note in my voice, I'm rapidly losing the will to live with these slings. But we're going to do it. And we might get some better action carrying on. Oh, he's got it. Ah, damn. Did you catch? No. Little Brachypelma's going for it. And it's, of course, now not in focus. Focus. Can you see anything? No, wrong way. There's a little butt there. And I believe it's just got the cricket. Okay, on to the next. Okay, I've managed to move up the... I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. Move up the thing. I've got like 4 books on... yeah, what you can see in the background is an old book. So now here we go. Here's a Aphonopelmas Chapala in here, and of course, guess what? It's disappeared somewhere in here. But we're just going to bung in a small cricket, and why is it so dark there? I don't know. Oh, what are you doing? It's very dark in there in the corner. Maybe the substrate's just a bit... there you go. But I think that's as good as we can get. Hopefully. Right. Cricket. And of course I squished it. Hijo de puta. Right. Going for a worm. Crush head. Because these worms are quite big-ish. I mean, they're tiny compared to super, but this one actually fed. Where the hell is it? The other day. I think he's under there. Where are you? Anyway, this is not going well. This is turning into the biggest fail yet. On to the next. This could just be called the sling fail vid. Guess what? There's no sling. It's disappeared. So again, we're just going to see if we can get a reaction. You know, if they're hungry, you'd expect them to sort of come out perhaps, but of course the problem I'm trying to do is tip in or get one cricket without squishing it. I'm being a bit of a klutz. I keep doing that. Ugh. Again, this is just not going to happen. Right, we'll come back to that one. I should have actually not bothered really and just put the stuff in and then left it an hour or so. if they were hungry, come back and then you'd see them feeding, which is better than sort of seeing what you're seeing. Anyway, right, you can see one at least. That's a Lasiodora. Oh, what is it? Difficilis. And it's actually the size. Well, sorry, I should say it's a decentish size. So we're going to stick in a worm and then hope for the best. Is that still too big? Its abdomen's quite, well, I'd say it's not far off a pre-moult, but you never know. Okay, that's slightly crushed. Probably too big. Come on, Lasiodora, make my day. Nope. We'll try with a small cricket. We'll leave that worm. Can always leave that in as a pre-kill. Okay. What? Yep, stuck. I need like fucking kidding me. Ah, shite. Yeah, probably pre-moult. Hey. Well, at least you get to see one there. Now the next lot, I think we're on to my salmos, so they could be the saving grace. Actually, I think I told a lie earlier. This is my Lasiodora klugi. You can just make it out near the water dish. We've got this pre-killed worm from the previous attempt. Let's plonk it down. Again, that could be pre-moult because if you notice there's a sort of little black patch, and then also abdomen is quite large. You like worm? Worm is very tasty. With this worm you're really spoiling me. Or not? No. No worm time? I'll leave that worm in there. See what happens. On to the next. If I'm just not off to sort of commit harakiri. Then here's my, God, I don't know, Aphonopelmas something or other. Here. It's either a Reduncus or a Langenbucheri. And of course I've just lost the lid which had the name on it. Yeah. Let me just see. Oh, it's Reduncus. And I don't know where it is. Yep. What to do, what to do. And of course if I put in a small cricket and it's in pre-moult, I might never find the cricket. So what we're going to do is squish a worm. And we're going to dangle the worm about. Hopefully the little chap will come out of hiding. I'm thinking it's behind the bit of bark there. I did sort of see it the other day. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. I'll try and do it. see a little bit of web there. Nope. I think it's gone into hiding, so that's the best we can do on that one. Right, this is the enclosure of my Langan Busheri Aphonopelmas. It goes purple, I think, or greeny purpley. So quite a spectacular looking tarantula. Now, was quite a little bit bigger perhaps than some of the others. Oh, we might have got some success here. Now let's see, is it in focus? I can just make out a leg. And of course the worm is got it. But of course you didn't see it. We're getting there. And actually we're down to our last sling, so this seems like a nasty blur of a fail at the moment. But it's got the worm. I think you can just make it out there on the, hard to see, but it's got the worm, so that's good. We can tick that one off. Let's go on to the last one. Okay, the last one is my Aphonopelmas reduncus, the second of my spiderlings, and I've forgotten a worm. These mealworms actually have eaten quite a bit of the veg I've put in. I got them yesterday. I thought I'd leave them a night to sort of fatten up on cucumber and what else did I put in there? Some kale. And they've been eating it up. I cleaned them out this morning, so these are clean of all their previous food. Hope you can see all this. I'm guessing it's down to the side here, which is not quite in shot. Nope. I don't think anyone's coming out. We're going to leave this worm in. And that's it. So slings are done. You haven't really got to see anything. Let's try and get something else to sort of finish off the vid. If not, this could be the end. But at least I've shown you my slings. Well, I'm going to go back now and have a look and see if any have eaten. And then sort of update the hopefully get some tarantulas eating. Don't know if you can make that out, but the worm has gone down that hole, which is great news. So my Chilobrachys discolus is eating off camera. I wonder if you can see it around the back. You can make out a leg in there, perhaps. If I tilt it up, that's gone up. It's not going to be. It's there on the worm. But yeah. So let's see if any others have eaten. Not enough light in here, which is a shame. So she's down there, my P. Erminia. I might try just use a torch actually, rather than the light. She just went for the water dish, so I'm hoping she's hungry. Could just be pissed off. Let's wind up torch in action. So, it's not very good, is it? Could get the other light in there. So in theory, what could happen is we can get her to come up. Hopefully not out. Okay, we've got the roach. Where's the light gone on this? I'm still recording. Yeah, it's just so dark in there. Probably not going to like that torch. Whoa. Nailed. Yep, so there's our colours. Definitely needs to come out of here and into a proper enclosure, because she's going to be great to film if she stays out. I'm just going to include that just so you've actually seen a decent-ish takedown. And sorry about the lighting, but that's the best I can do. Right. Okay, this should go better. This is my recently moulted Guerrero pulchripes, and we're gonna give it a little mealworm. Should be hungry. Hooray! So I'm not going to feed it any more than that, because it had a superworm about a week ago, and it took about 6 hours to to eat it. It was a big old worm. I'd sort of chopped the head off, but it had a really good munch. Let's see if we can just zoom in a tad. No, that's as far as it go. But yeah, lovely little tarantulas, quite cheap. And I think they're brilliant. I mean, so far all the Grammostolas, see if we can get a little bit of fang action, have been wonderful. My pulchra's in pre-molt. Hopefully that will molt soon. Got quite a few others. Most of my Aphonopelmas are all in pre-molt. My Auratum has just molted, so you'll see that soon. I did try and do a video of my OBT, and I dug it out, looking quite plump, so I'm going to leave it be. And let it molt, hopefully be soon, and then could be the first one I breed. I think that'll be the end of the vid. There's nothing else I can really show you at the moment. I'm going to do some cleaning out of my females, so I might just sort of show you the finished article. I probably won't show you me cleaning the cage, because that's pretty dull, but I'll show you it when it's all done. I've got a new plant to go in there, so yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for more. Sorry that the slings, none of them have really gone for the food, and I probably won't show quite a few of them for some time because they're just too small. I mean, the Aphonopelmas are minute. I just have to. I mean, my Marksy is was the same, but yeah, but they do get bigger, but they're quite slow growers, and I think some of them are dwarf species. So I might do a feature on them, the Aphonopelmas anyway, when I found out a bit more information. Going to sort of try and contact a chap called Greg Rice because I know he knows quite a bit about Aphonopelmas. But all the teas are well. Fuxipelma lagunas is actually eaten for the first time in about 3 weeks. So it's all good really. Collection has got back to about 30. So it's been a bit of a waffle at the end here. But thank you all for the support and for watching my vids. And it will get better. And hopefully you can see the quality better. But still struggling a bit with making schoolboy errors. And yeah. Okay. See you soon. Ta-ra.